Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Taro. Today is Thursday, July 10th, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards. There's an energy of like, okay, for whatever reason, I mean, there's a reason, right? But unbeknownst to you, collective, right? But there's this energy of something wants you to divulge. I'm hearing your secrets, but they want you to divulge your daily routines. Like, they want you to go on social media or on camera or to your friends, your family, whatever. They want you to talk about your day-to-day activities, your routines, blah, 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 whatever. They want you to do that. All right. Really, because they have no idea. They don't know what you do on a day-to-day basis. They don't know what stores you go to, where you work at, who you talk to, what you watched, or what you think about, whatever. They don't know. So they feel like this is because of this lack of information of your private life, your daily life, they feel like they are at a disadvantage to attack you. But, excuse me, but I feel like every time they try to, like, peer through a glass that they have no business peering through, they get karma. They get a smack on their wrist or a smack on the face, or something always happens, or something this or something that. Because it's not their business. Okay, so if you have people asking you personal questions or wanting to know, just keep it very vague, very simple, because at the end of the day, that information is not going to matter to them. It's not going to benefit them. Why does it matter to them, right? It's just a lot of being nosy, right? And if they keep doing that, then it's going to be like, that's so special. Why do you always talk about the collective? Why do you want to know? Why do you want to know, right? So there's something about an image where they need to uphold an image, right? And if they inquire too much about you, if they ask too much about you, if they talk too much about you, why do you want to know, right? So they need to uphold an image that they don't care, right? So in order for them to do that, they're doing this stupid magic where they need you to openly talk about yourself, openly divulge about yourself, all right? And it could just be like, why all of a sudden do you want to just be telling everyone your life story? It's because there's someone that needs to hear it. They want to, because they feel like they're at a disadvantage, because they don't know what else to do, because their magic sucks, all right? So that's just a side note. I keep trying to get big gulps so I can get like a wad of whipped cream. But it's like the whipped cream is like, no! So now I have to like drink all the coffee to like, there's like no coffee left, so like there's only whipped cream. But I like coffee, whipped cream, coffee, whipped cream, coffee, whipped cream, you know. Plan wisely. Literally, that's what the card says. Plan wisely. You do need to be more cautious of moving forward from this moment on. Whenever you watch this, whenever you hear this, you do need to plan wisely moving forward, because somebody feels like they are at a disadvantage because they don't know your day-to-day routines. This is somebody who's burning in a fire. I mean, I don't know about literally, but metaphorically, like spiritually, they're burning in a fire. They're essentially in their own hell. We have plan wisely. Cultivate success through meticulous research and strategic plotting. Your foresight will unveil new paths. Yeah, so I do think it's interesting too. You'll notice that because before people were really curious, or what are you up to? What are you doing? What are you up to? What's new? What's new? What's new? But now you could have an influx of characters coming around you, asking what's new, what's going on, what's new, what's going on, what's new, what's going on. And they may not even know it themselves, but they're essentially like being monitors. They're being sent to you to gather information because they want to know what's down your path. And for a lot of you, you don't even know what's down your path. You're just, God said go here. You're like, okay, God, say less. And God's like, bet, less. And you're like, okay, cool, I'm on my way. And God's like, great, good, go there. And you have other people like, where are you going? I don't know. God told me to go there. What's over there? I don't know. God told me to go over there. How long are you going to be there? I don't know. God told me. You see what I'm saying? You don't even know. It's hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. It's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Somebody wants to place this heavy energy on you so you can stay put, right? It's just a tactic for them to be able to like kind of track you, all right? They're trying to put this energy on you where they know you're going to be, so that way they can like kind of, and it's weird, so they can have like a chance to like catch up, right? So the collective has been there with this heavy energy for like a day and a half, so I know they're going to be there, so when they leave I can follow them, all right? It's that. So you got to push through that feeling, that very heavy, like when you get up, it feels like you're just, the gravity is weighing down on you, all right? That's energy that's being put on you so you can stay put, all right? It's very bulky energy, very bulky, very bull, very Taurus energy, very heavy. Boom, 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 boom. You know, like that very bulky, heavy energy. It's a lot of that, so you have to push through it, right? And you'll notice it because your mind, you want to do stuff. Your spirit ready to go, but your body is like, hello, catch up, wake up, all right? Now if you absolutely need to, there's a fly right there. If you absolutely need to, maybe take like an extra 10-minute sleep, or maybe take that nap if you absolutely need to. But keep in mind that it's best to try to push through it, all right? Because right now it does seem like your spirit is you're being attacked right now spiritually, right? But it's like your mind is not affected, your emotions are not affected, your clarity is not affected, your mental is not affected. So now they're trying to weigh down your body, so your body cannot handle and carry all of you. If your body is too heavy, right, you cannot perform the tasks that you are here to perform. You cannot continue your day-to-day activities, whatever, right? You cannot, because your body cannot hold you. So that's the whole purpose of this, right? They don't want your body to hold you, so that way you can hold up your end of the bargain. You're with the Most High God. All right. Oh boy. What is this? A bishop? We got a bishop here. A queen. A king. Is that castle? I'm hearing you got some major players on board. On the bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Labyrinth of Choices. Ooh, I haven't seen this card. I like that. Labyrinth of Choices. I love that. There's something very... I don't know why it comes out like... It's just delicious about this card. There's something about... Let me tell you something, guys. I love a good labyrinth. I do. I love... Ever since I was a little girl, I would always play those really, those, you know, those mazes that are really tiny, complicated, in-depth. I got a thrill doing those. I love them. Finding the front way, the back way, you know, I love labyrinths. Your mind could be a labyrinth, alright? Someone's trying to get inside your mind, but every time they do that, they get lost. Collective. Alright, Labyrinth of Choices. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. Yeah, I do think that somebody is trying to follow you, but because it's like you are going where you're being told to go, the path is only for you. There are sirens in the background, so I'm getting shifting a labyrinth that's alive. All right, essentially, it's like it's one of those labyrinths where you'll go down a corridor, right, and you succeeded going down that corridor. So now that corridor, it's no longer needed. So now a wall goes up, right? And whoever's following you, they're like, where do they go? Where do they go? Right? And they cannot follow you because it's like everywhere you go, the walls are alive. So they're constantly moving and shifting, right? To make way for your pathway, right? It's, you know how like when you're on an airplane and you see those people with the headphones and they have like those neon things and they're kind of like directing the plane. Right, it's like that. It's like that's how the walls of the labyrinth are for you. So when you go down where you're directed, like God says, go down this path, and you're like, okay, cool, and you went, so you're good. So that's no longer necessary. The walls go up, and this person, they're trying to figure out where you're going. How'd you get there? What's at the end? Why'd you did that? And you're just like, I'm literally just God said, just do this, and I did that. That's it. But it's driving someone mental. Because they're trying to get in there. They're trying to get in the details, understand the machinations, and it's not for them. That's why they're getting lost in this labyrinth. Right? I also feel like somebody's trying to understand you, how your mind works. And again, they're trying to get inside your mind, and they're getting lost. Because you're not even in that part of your mind anymore. You're like... I'm telling you, it's... I love a good labyrinth. I sure do. Especially if there's like things inside the labyrinth, like riddles or like creatures that you have to overcome and things like that. I love those things. It's just so fun to me, right? I love a good challenge. I'll say that. I just like... Someone is lazy. Someone wants the rewards, but they don't want to like... Someone is too lazy to test themselves or to like So the brain is a muscle. All right? The brain is a muscle. It's just like if you go to the gym every day, right? 1441 you're working on your body, you get toned up, you work, right? Because you're working on those muscles, right? And then you get stronger, all that good stuff, right? So the brain is essentially the same exact thing. It's a muscle. So the more you read, the more you research, the more you learn, the more you test, the more you, right? It helps with your brain. If you just sit there and you're rotting all day, it's like and then you can't get mad when you don't understand what you don't understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no effort. There's no effort. Alright? And that's why they're desperately trying to follow you. And God's like, okay, you went down this path, great, everyone's good. Walls up. Right? And then the corridors are shifting, they're moving, the walls are alive. Right? It's so crazy too, because I'm getting this person, they think they're so deep in the labyrinth, but they're not realizing they're just going around in circles near the very same entrance that they walked in. They're not getting anywhere. They're not getting anywhere in this labyrinth. They're still practically in the same exact spot where they started. Right? But because they're so confused, they're not taking the time to do anything for themselves because of how mentally lazy they are, right? There's different types of laziness. There's physical lazy, emotional lazy, mental lazy, spiritually lazy, right? This person's like mentally lazy, spiritually lazy as well, right? So it is what it is. Oh, it is what it is. Oh, it is what it is. Thief in reverse, they cannot steal from you. We have Distant Horizon reverse. I do think this person's going to come towards you very, very soon. Right, it's just, basically, this is a lazy, so, there's this author called Shel Silverstein, and I used to love his books, right? They're just a compilation of, like, poems and things like that. It's just fun to read. And there is this one poem by Shel Silverstein, and it was called Lazy Jane, and it literally went like this: lazy, 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 lazy Jane. She wants a drink of water, so she waits and waits and waits and waits and waits for it to rain. She's just she's so thirsty, she'll just literally lay there with her mouth open, hoping for it to rain. Right? This person, they're so lazy, right, to go get their own blessings and do the work and blah, 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 all that good stuff, that they would rather just follow you to your own blessing. And God's like, we're not having any of that. Walls up. And now the corridors are shifting and they're moving, right? This person could even be coming across, they could be experiencing supernatural things, right? And they're not passing the test. They're not, Jesus, they're just, I don't know, listen, they just cannot beat their demons right now, and they think they're going to be able to follow you to your blessings. But it's crazy because in your labyrinth, there's creatures beyond their imagination that requires you to look deeply at yourself for who you are. This person's already lazy. You think they're going to be able to do that? No. So that's why they're stuck. Part of this journey requires you to take a good hard look at yourself. Right? Not under your illusion, not under the guise of someone else's eyes. You. The mirror that you are, who you are. A lot of people don't like to do that. That's why they get complacent and they just like, oh, life is life, and life is this, life is hard, life is hard, life is hard. It's really not, though. Life is the easiest thing ever. It's the most amazing thing ever. You're just too lazy. I think life is the most amazing thing ever. And let me tell you, the things that I've gone through and experienced in my life, right? One of my experiences would break someone for 10 years. Okay? And I have a plethora of experiences, right? A plethora. Too many, right? One would be too much for a regular person. And that's not bragging. I'm just saying, because it requires strength to keep going. And despite all of that, I still think life is beautiful. Life is amazing. I love life, right? Even when I was a sick child, I still loved life. And I was a very sick child. So anyways, I just don't think there's really, I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody, but I just really don't think it's that should be an excuse. All right? Because you're going to chase someone for their blessings and you're never going to get it. And the entire time you're expending your energy and your time and your efforts and your finances and your blah, 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 whatever, chasing someone else to try and take their blessing, you could have been doing that for yourself. Right? People like that think it's easier to do that, to take someone else's blessing, when you're actually expanding double or triple the amount of energy, finances, resources, mental strength, spiritual strength. You're expanding double or triple than what you would have if you were trying to get your own blessings. Right? Ooh, someone is trying to trap you in a web. What time is it? I got time. Oh, I gotta charge my computer. Hold on 1 second. Make sure you wash your hands, okay? Okay. Huh? Okay. Just because it's like about to, the thing is about to pop up. I need to charge my computer. Alright, yeah, right. I'll get 2 more and then I'll switch the decks. I feel like now is the time for you to not hold back, okay? There's no reason for you to be holding back anymore, collective. There's no rhyme nor reason for you to, it's not necessary. Alright. I do feel like there is this energy that wants you to hold back. They don't want you, well, if you're gonna shine, just don't shine that bright. And it's like, I'm literally a star. Like, I literally cannot help it. Right? They put a blanket over you. You're still shining. Well, I just don't know why you can't, why you can't just dim your light. You're literally lights. You can't do it. It's impossible. You're literally a star, collective. Well, that's not fair. Favor isn't fair. And it never will be. It just is what it is. You either got it or you don't. And you can tell, collective, who has it and who doesn't. Main, female, in reverse. I knew it was a woman. This is the same woman from yesterday's reading. Alright? I feel like this is a karmic feminine that a lot of you now has psychological independence from. If you haven't if you haven't watched my video from yesterday, go watch it, because it really talks about something very crucial about you, collective, gaining psychological independence from someone, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was a karmic feminine in my reading yesterday. We have a main, female, in reverse again, so it could be a karmic feminine for a vast majority of you. For some of you, it could be a karmic masculine. Now, for a slimmer version of you, it's a karmic masculine who just acts like a bitch. Right? So, or a karmic feminine who doesn't know how to be a feminine. They just lack femininity, demure. They just lack that nurturing aura. They're a woman in the most basic sense of a woman, but they're just not her. You see what I'm saying? They're not that girl. Okay? And it's just how it is. And not every girl is going to be that girl. Not every guy is going to be that guy. It's just how it is. Okay? So I do feel like there's something in there where this karmic feminine feels some sort of animosity towards you, because deep down they know they're not that girl. They're not her. They don't have it. You do. You have it. Alright? And I feel like it bothers this karmic feminine because they cannot take what's yours. Because you're too smart. You're too smart. You're playing chess, not checkers. You play chess, not checkers. This person probably doesn't even know how to play chess. What's a pawn? What's a bishop? What does a castle do? Can I jump this way? Well, can I do this? Well, I don't want to play anymore because this is stupid. Right? People like that, they just say, oh, this is stupid because they lack the understanding and they don't want to. This is what I'm talking about. These are people that are, they're just mentally lazy. And then they get mad when they don't understand what they don't understand because they don't want to put in the effort to understand it. Unbelievable. Right? And then they have the audacity to get mad at you for what? I learned how to play chess when I was in 6th grade. Alright? And it's actually very easy once you... I'm not a champion. Okay? But I know how to play chess. And when I was in college, I beat a lot of my college friends in chess. Just for fun. Let's play chess, right? Just for fun, right? I'm not saying I'm a genius at chess, right? But I can play to pass the time. Okay? It's not hard to learn. Okay? Fun fact, with chess, the white always goes first. It's just one of those rules, okay? But it's actually very easy to learn. Sudden... Oh, I love this. Bad health reverse. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, so this is what they cannot steal from you. Sudden wealth, right? And on top of that, your health is pretty top notch. You have some pretty good health. I'm seeing 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I'm seeing 4 of Swords upright. I'm seeing Wheel of Fortune. I'm seeing 6 of Wands upright. I'm seeing Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups upright. This is good. This is good. That's why this chick is a hey and ho. Alright? So whoever this person is, they can't steal your sudden wealth. Your riches, your finances, your glory, your destiny, your stardom, you're literally light. You are a star. You could be an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius in your chart, or you just have a very, 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 very bright future ahead of you. And even in the daylight, when it's bright as heck outside, you are still glowing. You are still glowing. Whether it's night or day, you glow. Alright? That's that star energy. And this person does not like that. They hate it. What are you going to do? What are you doing? Come on! Alright. I'm going to jump into some tarot now. And then, what time is it? Oh my god, I am doing so good with time today. So sometimes when people play games in my face, I'll allow it because I've never seen this play before. So I'm like, let me see what this one's about. Alright, but it's ultimately all character development. Alright, so this person definitely wants to play a game in your face. They're trying to get you in a web. Oh, that's what I needed. They're trying to get you in a web, alright? I do think this web has to do with your sudden wealth, alright? Because you're now coming into a bunch of finances. Your finances are looking good. Your finances are unbothered. Whatever. This person, they could be a Pisces, or you could be a Pisces, or it's just about their beliefs. They truly believe to their core of their being that they can take this from you, alright? I think Pisces are so funny when it comes to, like, their beliefs of things, right? Because they be so, like, I believe in this. And it's just like, your beliefs is an illusion. It's an illusion. But I just think they're so funny. I find Pisceans very endearing. All right, they're kind of like delusional babies. Not all Pisceans, right? But this ones that are in their south nodes. It's just like, I don't know. I just think they're hilarious because, like, you really think. Why do you think that's so possible? Like, why do you think you can take this? Like, why do you? Who told you this? Who told you? Right? You ever see they're just frustrated, angry babies holding tantrums because they can't take what they truly believe they thought they can take. Like, who told you that anyways? Who told you can do that? Right? But, so yeah, you could be a Pisces, this person could be a Pisces. You could be a Taurus, this person could be a Taurus. I'm also getting Aquarius, you could be an Aquarius, this person could be Aquarius. Or you have these highly aspected in your chart. Okay? I don't know what it is, man, but there's something so delusional about this karmic feminine. Like, why are you... At some point, are you choosing to be delusional? Like, does that... Well, I mean... If it is a karmic Pisces, right, it's just a way for them to cope with their stresses and their realities. It's a form of escapism that makes them feel good, where they like dissociate and blah blah blah, right? They dissociate from their reality by living in a fantasy that's not real because their own reality they cannot handle it. That's a South Node Pisces. That's one of the negative traits that they tend to carry, right? So the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm asking, why are they so delusional? And it could be that, right? It could be because they cannot handle their own reality. They don't like their own reality. They feel like they are in the Five of Pentacles when it comes to your sudden wealth. Right? You could also be highly intelligent, and this person, they resent that you are highly intelligent because it just illuminates how mentally lazy they are. And then they get mad because they don't know what they don't know, but you have the answer, you know. 3223, and they resent that. They really resent the fact that you're not dumb, right? Because it just highlights how dumb they are. Whether or not they are dumb, it just, I don't know, I can't say it, but it just shows, right, how lacking they are when it comes to knowledge, information, clarity, truth, wisdom. All right, we have Judgment upright. Yeah, this person's being judged. This person could have also gathered a group of people around you. Everybody's getting judged. Whoever this karmic feminine gathered to go up against you, right? To maintain some sort of illusion or an image that would best befit them. They're all getting judged. Everybody on board that they conspired with. All of that's also being illuminated is what I'm getting, right? There's this weird conspiracy that had to do with you, whether or not you know about it, but that's going to be illuminated as well, and it has to do with this main female in reverse, right? That's going to be illuminated. Part of their judgment is you knowing the truth, right? To bring you justice, because this sudden wealth is always going to be yours. So part of the illumination is going to tell you, is going to reveal to you what this main female in reverse tried to do to maintain or get or steal your sudden wealth. And she didn't do this alone. She did this with a group of people, and they're all being judged. So I do feel like, because they're all naked here, they're being judged. The thing is, when you get judged, right? I feel like this is common sense too. You don't get judged for your materials and your wealth and who you married and who you're in a relationship with and who you're friends with and your connections and your talents and your skills and what you know and who you know and where you live, and you don't get judged by that. You get judged by your heart. So there's a lot of people here that have to present themselves in their birthday suit because they can't buy their way to good judgment. They can't fool the way they look when it comes to judgment. Like, oh yeah, they're dressed in diamonds and gold suits, so we'll judge them good. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. These people are being judged with nothing but their heart. And a lot of them, they didn't have good hearts when it came to you, right? I do feel like a lot of the times when people do this because they already felt some type of way, this person could have so this is a karmic feminine, right? And the thing is, with karmics, they know who to rally on their team because they're karmics, right? So if they know you feel some type of way, they're going to use that to their advantage to now further their agenda towards you. And that's what they did when they came to this group of people. They knew that these people felt some type of way or whatever, and they're like, yes, I have my team. Congratulations. You played yourself, because now you're all getting judged. Right? I'm sorry, I didn't know. There could have been up to 6 people. I'm hearing they were in cahoots. Ooh, it's hot. I'm getting hot again. And I'm sweating. We have the 6 of Swords. You get to move on with your sudden wealth. You get to enjoy it, right? I don't think it's going to be you alone in this. I do think there's going to be 2 other people, your spouse and your children or your child, all right, or whomever you deem worthy of sharing your wealth with, right? But essentially, it's kind of like for some of you, you can be, because of your increase in financial status and gain, a lot of you are going to be able to move, all right, from one home to another, one town to another, one country to another, whatever. A lot of you are going to be able to get up and move, right? For some of you, I do feel like, because I mentioned that heavy, bulky energy from earlier, right? So it could have just been, it could also just be like a lot of you were dealing with that bulky, heavy energy weighing down on you, like gravity's just pressing on you. You can't move, you can't get up. That energy, it's been lifted from you, so now it's easier for you to go towards your purpose and go through the labyrinth and get your sudden wealth and blah blah blah. It's easier for you to do that, right? And it shows, despite that bulky energy, you're still moving, you're still pushing that boat, you're still going towards it, you're still moving on to calmer waters, and that shows a lot too, right? It shows that despite that heavy, bulky Taurus energy, boom, 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 right? You're still sailing away. I'm also getting 3 of Wands upright, right? You're moving, you're going past the horizon, you're moving. A lot of you could be moving. If it's not physically, it's like you're moving spiritually, mentally, you're making waves, emotionally, you're moving things emotionally. That's a whole different thing, though. I do think that for a lot of you, you know how to move people emotionally as well. Help them go towards the calmer waters within themselves. Okay? You help people find their peace within them. Help them see the horizon, right? See the bigger picture. Help them see past their limitations. A lot of you are, that's part of what you're here to do. Alright, what time is it? Alright, I'll get a couple more and then I might close it. We have the 9 of Cups upright. There's a lot of people that didn't want to see you be in this 9 of Cups, and so now they're being judged. Like, why did you think it was okay to stop the collective from being in the 9 of Cups and having sudden wealth? Who told you? Who told you this was okay? Why did you try and get in the way of the collective experiencing and being in the 9 of Cups? Who told you? Everybody's like pointing the finger at this karmic feminine. She did, he told us. Because they're being judged. So it's kind of like, who told you to do this? Well, we only did it because karmic feminine. We only did it because karmic masculine. Right? Please, we don't even know. Right? A lot of them, they probably don't even have true malice in their heart. They were just doing what they were doing because they thought it was the way, because this karmic feminine told them. But I feel like that part's not really your business because, like I said, they're being judged based on their hearts, right? Their intentions, their actions. So whatever happens is whatever happens, right? Some may have consequences and karma and punishments that are a bit more lenient than others in the group, okay? But it is what it is. Your wishes are coming true. You're perfectly fine. That's part of your judgment. And I feel like these people are being judged because it's kind of like God said collective is supposed to be in the Nine of Cups. So who told you to knock them out of their path? Who told you to do this? Who told you to take this away from them? This is what they're supposed to be having. So who told you this? Well, it was her. It was this karmic feminine, right? Okay, well, that's what you guys are not being judged because you guys put something, you guys got yourselves involved with someone else's business, 444, someone else's path, someone else's purpose. Who told you to do this? Right now you're getting judged because no one told you to. You got in someone else's business that you had no reason getting into their business. Well, karmic feminine told us, okay, well, we're going to deal with her accordingly as well. Or him. Because nobody, I feel like you were supposed to be in the Nine of Cups, Sudden Wealth energy, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands. And this karmic feminine took it upon herself to like, well, that's not fair. Okay? Nobody cares that you don't think it's fair. It's just, it is what it is. It's supposed to be how it's supposed to be. So because you thought it wasn't fair, you took it upon yourself to try and steal their Nine of Cups, Sudden Wealth energy. Nobody told you to do that. You did that because you truly believed in your hearts of hearts and your core being that it wasn't fair. And because it's not fair, you decided to take justice in your hands. But it was already written. The collective, Sudden Wealth, Nine of Cups. That's already written. So who told you? Because you felt some type of way? And they dragged a bunch of people into this to do this to you as well. So now they're all getting judged. They're all getting repercussions for their actions and intentions towards you. Six of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, they don't. It's so weird too. Somebody feels like it's not fair. Well, it's not fair that we're doing this because the collective has that. We were only doing this because it's just not fair. You're stupid. And I really don't want to be mean about it, but it's like you did something unfair and unjust because you thought it was not fair that the collective has this. You just made it worse for yourself. By putting yourself, trying to make it your business. That's why you don't have anything. That's why things are being taken away from you. That's why you just proved to the Most High God, to the Divine, to the Cosmos, to everyone and everything. You just proved why you don't have this. You proved it. You're over here wondering why. That's not fair. That's not fair. Why? You just proved it. You just proved it. Everything that you did, that's not fair. I'm going to do that. You just proved it. You just proved to God, the Most High God, why you don't have what the collective has. And it's crazy because I feel like God, the Most High God, gives, like, God knows what people are going to do, right? People are like, but why does God? Because even though God knows, anybody, collective karmic, still has the chance. You have the choice to not to do that. You have the choice to not do that. It's your choice. So it's kind of like, I know you're going to do this, but I could be wrong because you could choose to not do this. You could choose to take a different course of action. You could choose it. And time again, these people choose to prove God right by their choices. By their choices. Well, if God knew why, about what? For the plot. For the character development. I just seen 4404, now it's 4405. For the plot. For the character development, right? This is why I said earlier, when people try and do things in front of my face and play games in front of my face, I allow it because I want to see how far they're willing to go. I want to see what this is about. Why? For character development. Right? The complexities of human nature. Very interesting to watch. Right? Very, very interesting. Eight of Cups upright. This person feels like you walked away from them, and you sure did. Absolutely. And you'll do it again. What do you mean I won't? I feel like you walking away, the further you get from these people, from this karmic feminine, the more emotionally happy and stable you are. And I feel like you'll do it again. If me walking away from you ensures that I'm happy, absolutely, of course. Of course. No questions about that. No ifs, ands, or buts. Doesn't matter if they are your friend, your neighbor, your coworker, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your lover, whatever. If that means you will be truly happy, of course, absolutely. But this karmic feminine doesn't like that. They don't like that. I also do feel like that if you don't keep your distance, or if you let this person around you again, it's going to mess with your Nine of Cups upright. And I do feel like you are going to disappoint the heavens. Yes. You will disappoint the heavens, collective, if you let this person around you. Because the minute that you walked away, it's all of this. They can't steal. You have your sudden wealth. You have your health. You have your peace. You have your freedom. You have your intelligence. You have all of this. So if you let this person back in, 45, you will absolutely disappoint the heavens. They're going to love you still. You're still their baby. But you may not be having access to the same amount of blessings and abundance and finances that you had or you have when this person is not in your energy or was not in your energy. Because what you have is for you. Okay? So you walking away, yay! You allow this person next to you, we can't really give you this right now. You're going to have to wait another 5, 10, 20 years until this person is out of your energy. Because what we want to give to you is for you. It's not for this person that's trying to steal it. Okay? And you're like, oh, well, if that's the case, bye. I'll walk away from them. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Not a problem. Alright? So be mindful of that. If you allow this person back in, you will disappoint the heavens to the point where they're not going to allow you the same blessings and opportunities because it's for you. Alright? This person's going to, they want you to allow them access, right? Not knowing. It's so weird because I don't think that they know that if you allow them, they're not going to get anything because they're just going to cut you off. It's essentially like you being cut off by the Most High God. You're cut off from your blessings until this person is out of your energy. But this person feels like if they're in your energy, they're going to have all these blessings and access to. Now, no. God is saying if you allow this person, we're going to cut you off until they're out. So not only can you not experience these blessings, but by extension, so can this person not experience these blessings. So we're gonna cut you off until you remove them again. All right, and that sounds pretty. That's an easy move. That's an easy choice to make, right? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this person's very, very unstable. They don't like that you get to move on to calmer waters, and they have to live in some sort of instability. It's making them feeling very, very insecure, very, very jealous. All right, this could also be a mother figure who they just. I feel like the two most nurturing moms in the Queens of Tarot would be the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Cups would be like emotional nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is more like whatever you need. You know, do you need a nap? Do you need this? It's more like tangible nurturing, more earthly nurturing, right? I feel like whoever this person is, they could have a problem with food. I don't know what that is, but they can have an issue with food. Like there's not enough food, or they could overindulge with food. There's something about food. They feel like they have a lack of resources, but there's something about food. This person could be greedy, very, very greedy. Stingy is what I'm getting. I feel like the correct term is stingy. This person is very, very stingy. This could be a person that's very stingy when it comes to food. This person could have children, or they have a child. They're feeling very insecure about their stability as well. Their finances, their home, their money, whatever they have, they feel like they feel like they have a lack of, and it's making them feel very insecure. But then they look at you, you're in the Knight of Cups, your health is good, and you have sudden wealth. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse is like all they care about is money, but they don't have it. So it's like you care about the one thing that you don't even have, and you can't get it. Be very mindful of this person. because you are in the sudden wealth, and they see that. They see you moving forward, and they, in their mind, it's like the only reason why the collective is moving forward is because they have money. The very thing that they want. They want that. Alright? There's something about food. This person could be very stingy with food. I don't know why I'm getting that. You know what I noticed throughout my years? It's so funny because of all the zodiac signs, right? People think that Tauruses, I mean, it's obviously coming out that Tauruses love to eat. Alright? They love to eat. But there's also another sign that I've noticed throughout my years that also loves to eat. I feel like a Taurus and a Pisces would have fun together trying new foods. So this could either be a Taurus, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, because the Queen of Pentacles reversed. They could either be a Taurus or they could either be a Pisces. Alright? Pisceans love to eat. But I have noticed that Tauruses are not exactly stingy when it comes to their food. They'll share, right? But from what I've noticed, that Pisceans are more like, that's mine, when it comes to their food. So this could be a karmic Taurus or a karmic Pisces. This person, whoever this person is, they don't want you to know that they are your enemy. They don't want you to know that. I feel like that's part of the web that they're trying to put you under, right? They're trying to cast a web of illusion, but you know they're your enemy, but they don't want you to know that they are your enemy. That's why if this person is allowed into your energy, not only will you disappoint the heavens, but you will be cut off for the foreseeable future until this person is no longer in your energy, because the heavens know this person is your enemy. Why would we give your enemy what we're bestowing upon you? That makes no sense. My nose is getting stuffy. This person could be crying a lot. I feel like they're crying a lot about their stability. There's something wrong with their home or their house or whatever they're living in. It's something about like they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel. It just doesn't feel. The vibes are off. They just don't feel like they can truly relax. And if this is a Taurus, comfortability is very, very important. Okay, they need to, like, they're all about comfort. Okay. But this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they just don't feel comfortable. It's like their throne is too big, or like their bed is too creaky, or like there's not enough food, or they never know about their financial situation. Okay, there's something very it's not stable enough to where they can be like where they can relax and feel comfortable. Whatever this is, it's not solid. Okay, their current situation, it hasn't been solidified, and a lot of it has to do with their finances. Okay, and that too is also like amping them up. It's making them more feel some type of way. When it comes to earth signs, their stability is very important. Very, very important. Right? If they feel like they have a good sense of home and a good job and good transportation, they're perfectly happy. But this person does not have that. There's something going on with this Queen of Pentacles reverse where their stability, their finances, their resources, their transportation, it's not stable. So that's really, they don't feel, they're always constantly worrying about their next meal, their next paycheck, how they're going to get to work, how they're going to do this, how they're going to do that. If they're sleeping on their friend's couch, like, are their friends going to kick them out tomorrow or next week? They're very worried right now and feeling insecure, and they can't handle that. And that's what I'm saying, this could be a Pisces, because if this is a karmic Pisces, they're doing something to where they don't have to look at their reality for what it is. Okay? Because they don't like it. This could be whoever this person is, they just don't like their reality. They're looking at you and, well, that's not fair that they get to have sudden wealth and their health is good and they're smart and they're emotionally stable and they're going towards karma waters, and that's not fair that they walked away from me. That's not fair. Okay? This person is an enemy, but they want to hide that. Also, the 12th house is hidden enemies as well. And sometimes 7th house is open enemies, right? 12th house is a hidden enemy. This person wants to hide the fact that they are your enemy to get close to what you have. This is someone you walked away from, whether mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychologically. Strength reverse. This is a very, very weak individual. Okay, they're very depressed, very unhappy, very weak, very lazy. Like I said, somewhere in this reading, this person, they're mentally lazy, and then they get mad when they don't understand, or when they don't know what they don't know, or what they don't understand what they don't understand. Right? It's because they're not for this. The world reversed. This person is very gloomy, depressed. They're trying to keep some cycle open by trying to keep you psychologically bound to them. Right? Making you feel like it's your obligation to have them around you, or it's your obligation to accept them, or to keep them around you. Whatever it is, they're trying to do this, but they're not fit for this war that they're trying to incite with you. It's not your war. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. This has nothing to do with you. Right? It's not fair that God gave them blessings. That right there should tell you they're not mad at you. They're mad at God. And at that point, it's between them and God. You stay out of this. Keep going down the path that God tells you to go down. Okay? This person, I feel like part of this person, without even them realizing, they're just trying to get you caught up in a web to spite God. See, God, I deserve these blessings too. God's like, well, joke's on you, because now the collective is cut off. So you get nothing. You get nothing! Right? So joke's on you, because you're still not getting it. Ace of Pentacles reversed. They're not getting it. They're not getting it. I feel like they're not getting your blessings, and they're just not getting it. It's not clicking for them. They're stuck in a delusion. See, God, I deserve it. You're still not getting it, because if you allow them around you, you're going to get cut off. So you proved what? All you proved was why God is not giving you these things. You just proved it to God. You done nothing. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Alright, this is a reading. Hope it helps. Bye.